Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Retirement Trades. Let's see what the market has for chaos today. I was peeked in a couple times earlier, did a little trading in my bigger account, but I don't do anything in this account without you people watching. So here we go. Let's see. This morning we had a pretty good gap up here in the S&P and fading back here, kind of near the lows of the day. But anyways, still pretty good gap up, which is a good sign to start with. Now you guys know I feel that all gaps get filled eventually. So I think where we're at here in the S&P is we've had this pretty good pullback, and we're going to be in a consolidation phase over here probably for a couple of months. I do believe I heard something about Trump starting to walk back the tariffs on China a little bit. So that's going to add a little positive note here shortly. And anyways, let's see where we're at with the positions. So, okay, we're up almost $500 today on the account. We're back down to, only losing half the money. So 10,000 down 5,000. So anyways, it is what it is. Let's take a peek and see what's going on in the world of our investments. So what do we have here that's pressing matters? DTEs, we've got two at 23. This is a covered call we put on the other day, and we are down on that because Carnival has fallen back. Well, let's take a look at the chart. Okay, same exact thing the SP did today. Gapped up today, fell back some. So, but that's a $20 call. We want to stay under $20 because we do not want our shares called away at $20. If we do, we're into them for 2,500. We're down 500 there, less the money we collected, the premiums we collected for selling the puts and the calls, which will only leave us. Let's take a peek here. Let's see. Everything we've collected, we're up 141. If we got called away at 20, we would be losing $359. So, which would be that $500 difference between the $2,500 stock that we had to buy when we were assigned and $141. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. 141 plus the 23, so that'd be $164. And subtract that from 500 basically, and that would be what we would lose on that trade. So that is not the end of the world, but what we want to do is just kind of monitor this, and that goes off May 16th. May 16th is just call it 1, 2, 3 weeks away. So we'll monitor that. If it gets too close to the 20, we may need to roll it out another week, but or just take our loss on that and keep moving on. So all right, so let's see, anything else that is in danger. These two here are 114 days out each. Unfortunately, there's only $12 in extrinsic value left on that. So the earliest I've been assigned so far in my experience has been the 30 days that we were just assigned here on the Carnival. So I don't know how often things are assigned earlier than that. If you guys know, let me know in the comments, because I've never had to deal with early assignment until I started this trading this small account here, and yeah, I've just never had to deal with it. So anyways, I got to tell you though, the small accounts are so much harder to trade than a big account. It's almost like a penalty. Like, you just can't get to the big account, which is easier to work with in many aspects. But in this particular instance, we're stuck with this small account, and we're going to make the best of it. So let's see here. What else we got? AMD's 23 days out. That's up 87% on that one there. We can roll that out a little bit farther here, and let's see. Roll expirations. We can go a week for 5 cents, 2 weeks for 15 cents, 3 weeks for 48 cents, or no, let's see. That's going a month. So Actually, that's going on about 2 months from today, 58 days. So, all right, so that's a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, no, 60 days, 86 days. What do we want to do here? Let's do a little math here. So this is roughly, we'll call that 4 weeks. So we're getting a little over a penny a week. This is 5 weeks, substantially better value there because that is getting about 3 pennies a week. And this one here is about 6 weeks. Let's get about 8 pennies a week. Let's take a look at that there, see what we can get. In fact, let's see if they'll give us 50 cents on that. Why not? We'll try and be a little greedy on that and see if we can't get filled here while we look at some other things. We are still not in a position to be shopping for other stocks. And then the fact is we don't do that on big green days anyways. We want to, we're generally premium sellers, so we want to do that on the down days so that we get the most bang for the buck. But let's just take a look at some of the things here. Maybe you guys have a little more money in your accounts, and we can see what's going on that might be appealing to you all that may not be as strapped as I am right now in this account. So let's see. Nokia is definitely been on a pretty good tear since they come off that bottom Bollinger here. 450 up to 529. I mean, that is a substantial jump. RIOT is, the Bitcoin is jumping. I think it was 94,000 this morning when I looked at it. So that's going to help these Mara trades for sure. I don't want to say this is the bottom's been put in, but it might be something you might want to consider. So, okay, SOXL, we've been getting up beat up pretty bad on that. We need to come way up here. We're probably going to get assigned on that, at least in one of those positions, and maybe have to take a loss in the other because we certainly are not in a position to be assigned twice. So, as far as buying power goes, okay. So Vishay, other semiconductors, very much the same thing. I haven't looked at this in a while, but look at that huge drop here. Let's just scroll out here for the full weeks. Oh, actually, we usually like to look at 1 year. All right, that's my preferred 1 day, 1 year time frame to look at. Absolutely near the lows of the last 52 weeks. Let's see, Upwork. Oh, they had a little pop this morning, but again, like everything else, trade near the lows of the day. Invesco. So, okay. They did not get the big old gap. Well, yeah, they get a little gap up today, but still down near the lows of the day, which is about the close of yesterday. Let's see, Mara's going to look an awful lot like RIOT. Levi. This is one I keep trying to remember, and I might do it after I get off of this recording, as I would like to have a position in Levi in my other account, but about a week ago would have been better, but who knows, you just never know it's the bottom until you're out of it. So, all right, Carnival, I'll take a peek at this one here. We were just looking a minute ago. This one wants to run, I tell you, any good news, and this is going to be back up here in the mid 20s, I think, without too much trouble at all. Okay, gold is screaming. Oh my God, I think it's $3,300 an ounce right now, something like that. Intel, wow, look at this. Now, okay, I want you to see this, guys. When I started this account back or started filming back in December, I want to say I drew these two trend lines in here because, or this channel in here. I think Intel was one of the first trades we made. So, but look at this channel, and look, if I would have just stuck to my guns and played that channel the way I typically would in one of my bigger accounts, I would have cleaned up. I probably could have got at least 2 bounces here, and I'd probably be wanting to grab another position right about now, or a couple days ago would have been better, but just playing that channel. And I drew these in the very beginning when we started filming this. So Pfizer, definitely one of the first stocks we traded, and they just took another beating. They're down in the low 20s now. Man, I still want to have a solid position in Pfizer, but just goes to show. I was saying I thought it hit the bottoms up here, and again, trend lines we drew way long time ago. Bam, top, bottom, didn't quite make it to the top, but look at that. Once it broke that trend line, it fell. In fact, it fell, about 150% the width of that trend line down. So, got to be careful. Once you see some technicals, and once you observe those technicals being broken, you got to know what you're going to do. What you need to do when things aren't going your way. I know I haven't been doing that well in this account because I'll be honest with you, I took this account kind of lightly. I thought this was going to be fairly easy, to be honest with you, and it requires an entirely different mindset on trading and than a bigger money account. So, and I was slow to learn that lesson, and I'm still learning that lesson. But I'm determined to learn that lesson and turn this around, and at a bare minimum, get back the money I've lost. But I would like to make it profitable in the long run, because if I can learn the lessons in a small account, and if I can get back up to where I'm even, there's no reason in the world why I can't go beyond that and get profitable. I have lessons to learn, and I don't have this experience. So hopefully we can get it together. So you guys tell me, give me your tips and tricks in the comments, and I'm always reading them, always answering them. All right, so what else we got here? Sony. Sony, wow, they're on a tear here since early April. Again, that was one I talked about wanting to get into. HIMS is back down, actually in our price range. We started looking at HIMS way back here. I want to say, look, I think I drew this channel back here. Or that's a channel I drew looking back about a year at that point in time, I think, or whatever. And you can see it broke the channel, came back, retested the low, broke the channel, come up, retested the high. That became support, and then it went on a tear, come back down, and it's now down here testing the support of this channel again. So possibly may not be a bad time to enter that. I might consider that for one of my bigger accounts. All right, so AT&T, wow, a lot of long candles right here. Again, I haven't looked at these charts because I haven't had an opportunity to be buying, but look at the lengths of these candles during this period. It's just crazy volatility, a lot of action. All right, what do we got? Silver is going to be doing a run just like gold. Some CI, semiconductors getting beat up, big old gap up here for today. Celsius we do like, and look at this. Celsius has really not been affected at all by this whole tariff thing. I mean, even though it's made internally, it shouldn't be affected too much. But when the whole market tanks, it didn't take it with it. That's something to pay attention to. Okay, AMD, we know that story. We're getting tortured over there, but I'm hoping earnings coming out here, I think in 2 weeks or whatever. I would like to see something happening. I know they've been, prior to all of this, focusing on doing more manufacturing in the U.S., so they should have a little bit of a advantage. I say jump off the starting line here moving forward. I am still rock solid in the camp of AMD, even though it's beat me up pretty badly here over the last 3-4 months. But anyways, I'm still in that camp. I'm determined. I own shares. I have options in my larger accounts too, and getting beat up on most of them right now. But I'm in that camp, and I'm going to ride that through. I'm determined to see that be profitable. And you can call me a sucker on that end here, falling in love with a stock or whatever, or a company, but I have a lot of faith in AMD. I definitely do. So, all right, I'll take one last peek here at the market. We're probably still, probably very, very lows of the day. and not all that appealing. But anyways, overall, it's a decent green day. We're up $460. It was almost 500 when we started this video. Reduced our losses to 5,000 for the year, which sounds horrible, but at the same time, it was 6,000 not that long ago. So we're moving in the right direction finally. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff they tell you at the end of a video. And you guys have a great week. I'll catch you all on Friday.